I think it's streaming. It started streaming before I got to. I can take these headphones off, but just you talk a minute, so I'm not.
This is me talking. How are you? Are you okay?
Pretty balls,
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, right. So live streaming. Oh shit, my phone's not charging. That's not good.
Let me try and find the.
Good start to a live stream.
It's awesome start to a live stream.
It's listing as yellow, so I don't know if it's gonna. Oh, red! I don't know if it's gonna be good. Orange! I don't know if it's. I don't know.
I cannot find.
It might not be good yet. It'll take a couple of minutes. Put in my teeth. Right. Time for the intro.
Nice, you don't want
I've
to.
just looked right into the mad lights. I can't see anything.
That's it, I'm trying.
Yeah, get in the zone, and then I'm like.
That's us.
It's strange because this is the first one in like 2 years that we've done live. In fact, it's almost exactly 2 years because the other day I got a memory on Facebook and it's like, it's been 2 years since you did this Facebook live thing. I'm like, oh shit. This is actually officially the first proper one we've done on YouTube channel.
Yeah. It's always been Facebook and stuff, hasn't it? The Facebook.
Facebooks.
Come on, refresh. Let's see it live.
I should probably not just be looking at the thing in. I should open this up so I can see the chat if anybody jumps in, which is probably a better idea. Yeah.
It's still not there. Still can't
see it. It's streaming on mine.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a bit laggy, but.
Are we on Magaz or?
Yeah, Magaz. Yeah, that one. Let's give it a minute. There's nobody watching it yet.
Because it's not on.
Well, no worries. We'll just let it do what it needs to do. We'll just start. Fuck! Alright, I'm like, oh, it's really laggy. I paused it. I paused the playback on here because I don't need to see it.
We're on 7 now.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, podcast is going to start. Let's do it. Official intro. And this time we're going to do it properly and it's going to be really cool because I can't actually choose which camera I want to look into. So we're going to do it properly. It's going to be awesome because Alan's not here. I mean, I'm not saying
awesome because he's not.
I'm not saying the podcast is awesome because he's not here. What I'm saying is I'm going to be able to get through the intro, possibly first time, without him going and distracting me. Because he likes doing that. So we've been recording him in the car and that, and like at events and that, and then as I'm doing the intro, he's just like, I'm going to put that in the Let's do it.
Right.
Grin face.
I've got to do that.
Hey guys, and welcome to Balls Deep, the podcast where we talk airsoft news, reviews, interviews, random shenanigans, and more often than not, get sidetracked and end up talking about something that's completely unrelated, which is probably what we're going to be doing today because we've got no real topic. We're just, it's the night before a game, and we thought, why the hell not?
Exactly.
So yeah, this is really exciting because, like I said in the pre-roll part of this, which I don't know if it'll be on the actual audio version of this podcast, but if it is, hey, you're listening to this again. So, this is like 2 years since we've actually done a live stream podcast, or actually a podcast in the studio.
Yeah.
Anything that we've recorded recently has just either been over Discord, or just with my Zoom Mini with a shitload of lav mics in a car or at an event or whatever. And the quality has not been as good as I want it to be, so that's why we're here today doing it properly. With 3 cameras, multi-camera, it's going to be awesome. I mean, I hope, because the internet here is kind of atrocious, so it might be really laggy. But, you know...
We will find out soon enough.
Yeah. So, I mean, like it was 2 years ago that we podcasted, so does that mean it has been 2 years since you've played Airsoft?
2 years? No. So 2 years ago, it was me, you, Elliot, and... Ed?
Standing.
What's it?
Yep. Me, you, Elliot, and standing in here against that wall, and Elliot was wearing a flat cap.
I think, wasn't it in?
No, that's the one that we've done one since then.
Have we?
Yeah, but we did in the other building that 3.5 hour show where
I normally get drunk, so I can.
Yeah.
The odds merge into one.
I'm sure that was. By the way, that was 2017. We're now in 2019, and that 2017 was the last time you played as well. Unless you've played since we did the private event at Labs.
No. That was literally it. My God, I forgot about that.
Crazy, isn't it?
Oh my God,
goes so fast these days, boys.
Yeah. Wow.
Scary.
Yeah. So that was the last time we did the podcast. Last time.
I mean, you've been on the podcast since.
Oh yeah.
The Will Greenwood episode, and I am.
And I sounded like I was in a
Oh, you sound like you were in Pringles tin.
Yeah!
Have you actually listened to that one since?
I listened to it back, but I could hear myself talking back to myself, and I was like, oh, it sounds fine.
It did sound alright.
I had a decent headset on, so I'm like, alright, no, it must just be the connection, but it does sound like absolute garbage.
Do you not notice how the audio goes slowly and slowly out of sync, but only my audio? So like YouTube is fine. It's because the way we recorded that was through Discord. So you two were in Discord, so the software I was using to record it was recording you two through Discord, and then me just directly through a microphone. I wasn't over the internet. So it was kind of like recording, I guess, at 2 different bit rates or whatever. I don't know the science, I'm not Jimmy D. So, like, I'm like moving this fast, and you guys are moving that fast, and eventually I'm like, oh my god, I'm drunk, I'm tired, and you're like, what? And you took like a different subject, and I was so pissed off. I'm like, this was one of the best episodes, it was so funny. And I fucked it. But people are still commenting on it, people are still listening to it, people are liking it. So while we're here at the beginning of the podcast, guys, don't forget, you can find us on any place that you find your podcasts these days, Spotify, iTunes, anyway, basically, every time I Google BD Pod, like our Balls Deep podcast, a new thing comes up. It's weird, I keep finding it in new places.
Oh, awesome.
So anyway, if you get your podcast from a podcast place, go over there and give us a 5-star rating, even if you think we're shit, because it'll just help us grow a little bit. And if we grow, maybe we'll get better and we'll be a little less shit. I can't promise anything. So anyway, also don't forget, if you want to see us grow, you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/cbnpc, and we will give you shout outs if you're a Patreon supporter, and invite you to private events like we did with our Patreon supporter. One Patreon supporter. Cheers, dude, you're still fucking rad. You're still our other Patreon supporter. That's pretty bullshit. Anyway, enough selling our wares. Oh, one more wear thing. You can see us on all the social medias at BDPod. That's on Instagram, Facebook, and the other one.
The Twitter.
Twitter. Yeah, I never said Snapchat. We don't have a Snapchat.
Snapchat. Wow.
It's kind of a dead meme, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I use it with Bobby. We've got like a 962-day streak. Or something like that, because it's crazy, but that's neither here or there. That's
I've never used that one.
No.
What
are you missing out?
I feel like
you've got it.
I've missed the train.
If you log into it, your account, I've sent you so many snaps. You log in and they were like 6 hours worth of shit from me. Elliot was so excited. It's like I use Snapchat as a catch up with my guys, because you just keep sending me stuff, and then I log in and it's like 47,326 messages from my guys. I'm like, sweet. Anyway, on to the subjects of Airsoft.
Yeah, so
we're kind of on it.
It is Plumber's birthday.
Well, not today.
No. Our game tomorrow is.
Yeah, tomorrow
Plumber's
birthday. We're gonna go play at level 2, which is pretty much the only site I've played at in ages. I haven't been anywhere. I've been there. Yeah, I think the last, literally 5 games I've played, including tomorrow, have been at level 2. And that just goes to show the quality of the site. But I mean, the reason that's happening is because everybody's like, oh my gosh, I want to go play on level 2, it looks really good on your videos. And so I just end up going with everything, and we just keep playing there. But we are going to be heading to some other sites in the near future.
I should actually look at level 2, because I have no idea what the...
Or just look on my channel, there's some really good videos on there. And obviously the audio is not going to come up on the podcast, so we're not going to get copyright. It's more for the audio, what am I saying? I like it when you search Magaz, it comes up with an Indian delicacy called Magaz.
I wonder what that tastes like.
I tried it, it's not too bad. Apparently there's another definition of Magaz, which means sheep's brain as well. Another YouTuber told me that. So what's your channel called, Magaz? It's like, sheep. No way! Sheep's brain! I'm like, what?
It's like dude as well, isn't it? Camel's foreskin.
I don't think the word dude, D-U-D-E is, but I think
the pronunciation dude.
Yeah.
We use that word a lot.
Yeah.
Dude. Right, so
it's tomorrow, level 2.
Yeah.
You've never played there?
I've not,
In fact, you've not played CQB in 2 years. Are you excited?
I'm gonna get my ass handed to me, and I cannot fucking wait.
It's gonna be like your first game, all over again.
Give it 10 minutes, get that first anticipation of being shot for the first time in ages, get that out of the way, and then I'll just be running through doorways like no one's there.
Choice for new generation. There's no lime in it though, Will.
Oh my fucking god, yeah.
I still cannot find Pepsi Lemon. I cannot find it anywhere in the UK.
Was I actually drinking it on that? I went for a full bottle with Whitney Neal that
Yeah,
podcast.
you were quite drunk by then.
I had no idea I was 42% until the end of the podcast. I was like, I'm twatted. I was like, oh, shit, that's why. So I'm on wine now. Oh.
Sweet. So yeah, for the record here, guys, we are actually streaming and podcasting here from my studio. This is the first time we've actually live streamed from the studio. I have no idea how well it's going to work because we are stealing Wi-Fi from the neighbours. So they're like, oh, my Xbox is dead shit right now. Oh, lag! I don't know if it's up on the channel or what.
It's not showing up just yet. You never know. Might do.
Yeah, let's see. Have I pressed all the right buttons here? It says live. Is there a link to get to it?
An actual live.
Oh, yeah, hang on a minute. I'm sharing the thing to the thing. Everybody pretend this is not going on in the podcast. It does! From here! Tell the story!
So, what have I been up to over the last 2 years, is it?
Yeah.
I suppose 2 years since I've been airsofting. Fuck all, working. All I've done is work. Single again, boys, so I'm back on the market.
Well. Yeah, I'm getting an epic lag here. It's taking like 5 minutes to load Facebook.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm going super quick.
Super quickie.
Yeah, that's literally it. All I do is work these days, and that's why I've not been airsofting. But hopefully now I'm in a position where I can just kind of make my own hours up.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Should we work in that?
Shoot people in the face every Sunday, Saturday. Weekends. Yeah, I'll get my weekends back.
Or midweek.
Maybe not.
Right, I can't get on Facebook to get this link. Do you want to just copy this random link that's youtube.com/watch !V equals capital B capital U capital S GL capital O D capital D A Q U. Right, this is going to be the most boring part of the podcast, boys. So /watch ? Lowercase v equals and the word bus all in capitals.
Bus.
Then a lowercase g and an L.
GN.
Then a big O.
Big O.
A small D, please, Carol.
Yeah.
A big D, please.
That's more like it.
And then a big A.
Big A.
And a Q. A little Q.
Q.
And then a big U.
U.
And then click enter.
There
we go. Podcast!
Copyright.
I'll check it first, make sure I give you the right thing.
Yeah.
So usually when we're not live
Video
streaming,
though.
maybe that what I said was a lowercase L. After the letter after the G,
yeah.
try it as a capital I. Maybe that's what. No, try it as a lowercase L. Or is that the one you just did?
Right, no.
BUSGLODDAQ.
Lowercase G. Potentially L or I.
Yeah.
Capital O, D, capital DA, lowercase Q U.
Is the U lowercase? Big U! Big U! Big U!
Big U!
Big U!
And then potentially I or L.
Potentially that's an I, yeah. This is the best podcast ever.
Oh yes!
Yes!
Totally there.
Holy shit, we are live. Right! So, mute that. Cool. So you know, we've been going for 15 minutes here, we haven't said one fucking thing.
Yeah, but we're on.
Yeah,
we're good to go now.
Share that with the guys. So eventually, I'm going to get some better internet in here. I'm building an editing machine to put in here, so we'll be able to stream through that. Hardwired into the phone line rather than stealing the neighbour's Wi-Fi.
What's the best thing to get them on the Facebook?
Yeah, just in a group chat.
I don't log into Facebook on my laptop. Let's have a look. It might work. It might not do. So you're actually getting proper internet.
Yeah.
Excuse me, my batteries are charged.
It might be Chef's battery. Chef Moon! I'll go and check. Chef's battery, yours is still going. Jesus Christ, what's your battery?
1.5?
Yeah, it's gonna. I should be speaking louder because I'm a mile away from the microphone.
Just a way of charging batteries.
Airsoft things.
Airsoft things. So yeah, no, God, that is janky, isn't it?
Yeah. But I mean, like, the audio seems fine, so as long as you can hear the audio, that's what matters.
That's all that matters. So...
Oh! I've got the chat open now. I'll put it in the captions chat, hang on. Wherever it is. Fuck this. It's fine. Let's podcast. Topics. What were the topics? What were we talking? Tomorrow! My God! What is this, amateur hour? Fucking hell.
The wire's not kicked in yet, so...
I should probably be screen recording the actual thing here, because it's going to be so janky downloading out the things. Fuck it, it's right. It's fine.
Screw it.
So, right, start the podcast now.
Yeah, from now.
This is where the theme. We need theme music for the podcast, like an intro. I haven't got an intro music.
Oh, that's the Megazon, isn't it?
I can go on now. Get rid of that.
Oh yeah.
I need a new intro.
Oh, that was so cool.
But the one where there's two. There was one that was the 2015 to 2016, which was like a lot of random clips, and it's got like me with the G28, and then all sorts of random little bits.
Oh no, the one after that,
where it says CBNPC in red, and there's all the different videos. And yeah, I'm gonna redo that. But
yeah, that was so cool.
Yeah, with more updated footage.
Yeah.
Right, so tomorrow, level 2.
In Bolton,
Atherton. Yeah. It's going to be an awesome day because there was supposed to be 8 CBNPC there. Well, 7.5 because Plumber's brother's coming. He's honorary CBNPC, I guess.
Yeah.
So it was going to be 8 of us, but Jimmy D is a spam javelin and he didn't book on, so he's not coming.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah. So I'm really excited because there's going to be 7 of us. I mean, like, a few of us are going to be a bit rusty.
Yeah.
Me and Alan are going to be on point because we know the fucking site. So the site, we've been over this on a podcast before. In fact, the people who listen to this podcast are going to be getting fucking so bored of us talking about level 2 because the last 4 episodes we've brought up level 2. But the layout of the site, the safe zone is the most amazing safe zone ever. It's all super bright, there's big tables, the walls are like yellow and black hazard tape, flushing toilets, you can pay by card, they've got a cafe, like a kitchen area, so they do like stuff. They're like fucking sausage buckets and shit, it's really good. And then you go through like a little airlock sort of situation to get into the game area, so there's no way BBs can come in. There's actually a viewing area into the game area, so you see through these big windows into the game area. And then you walk into an Afghan village with a market. There's like a street on either side of houses, and there's like a market in the middle with like real
interior.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's really cool. Like there's houses on the sides, so it's like a street, and then there's like a market stalls and that in the middle, and then that's the village area. If you go straight ahead through the big village gates, you end up in this like annex area where you can either get behind into the back streets of the village, or you can go through a tunnel into what's called the cave.
This sounds like Crystal Maze.
It is fucking well the tunnel where you go into the medieval zone, right?
Oh,
so you go through this tunnel, and that'll lead you into this other kind of like annex area. And that is always like barrels and barricades and stuff. To the left is a bridge that goes over like an imaginary river.
Yeah.
Which leads into the jungle area. We'll get to that in a minute, because that's like the left-hand side of the site. As you go forwards from the tunnel through the annex area into the... I keep calling it the compound, but it's called a bunker. It kind of has a feeling of the Endor bunker, you know, and kind of like slanted concrete looking walls and that. And Alan sent us messages, which is saying, I can't read it. It's really laggy. Yeah, I know it's really laggy, Alan.
No, you just said gay.
Right. So
it's really laggy.
Yeah, we know it's laggy. We're stealing the Wi-Fi. Anyway, so I mean, I hope the audio's not laggy. It's just the video.
Well,
Give it a quick
we
take.
can definitely find that out.
I'm sending us messages. She's saying, I can't read it. It's really like, yeah, the house really like,
I should probably turn the, I'm going to turn my mic down slightly because I'm clicking on it. Anyway, don't shout it like excited! You get to the bunker, which I keep calling the compound, it's called the bunker. You can either go into the entrance of the bunker, or you can go down this like side street, and the side street is like zigzaggy and you get to the prison. But we're going into the bunker first. There goes my phone. Inside the bunker, you go into this like little room. It's the main central room. You can either go left to the right into this kind of like little cupboard, which has got a window. You can shoot over the bridge.
Okay.
Or you can go left down this corridor that takes you to the other side of the bunker. Or you can go into the lab, which is like a middle white room, and there's little corridors and rooms around it. It gets darker as you get over to the left. And then if you come, and there's a neighbour who's complaining that we're stealing inside. So if you go out through the back of the bunker, you go into the prison block, which is A block and B block are two actual rows of prison cells at either end of the room. And then there's like the crow's nest, you know, like where the guards would be stood in the middle, overlooking it all.
Yeah.
So if we go back to the Afghan village for now.
Okay, yeah.
So if you're facing towards the gates, if you turn left, there's another village gate. It takes you into the jungle passage.
Yeah.
Now the jungle passage, you can get into the jungle through one of the houses as well, but in the jungle passage, it's this long, dark corridor that's the length of the site, and it's all jungle. There's like cam on it and barricades and that. It's dark. There's like weird UV lights and stuff, little tunnels and high up. There's like villages, like an indoor village sort of thing, up on stilts that you can get in, and then you can go into the cave from the right hand side.
Yeah.
So the cave is like this weird maze that's all dark, and it's kind of painted a bit cavey when you go in.
A bit cavey.
Yeah, and you can get in that through tunnels as well.
Okay, cool.
And then you can get into the back end of the compound and then round to the prison from the other side. So it's not a massive site, but all the details are amazing. It's painted really well, it's lit really well. There's ambient sounds, you like random machine gun fire and stuff. There's no music, which is good. But the good thing is, the size of the site that they've got next to it as well. So what you see right now is half of the site.
Yeah.
The other half is just plain open, nothing in it.
Okay.
Because they haven't finished it yet. They haven't started work on it. They're going to do work on it and make it twice the size it is, which is really cool.
That'd be friggin' awesome. Oh, yeah, I'm so fucking looking forward to it. It's been so long since I've been to like
any side.
No, just CQB. Like, oh fucking hell, back in the day when we were playing a SWAT, that was an awesome site. And then
Fortress.
And then shit, what was it in Oldham?
Oh,
Oldham, Stockport.
The Trojans.
Oh my fucking god.
God, I don't want to like slate the site. It's under new management now. New people are running it, but
You can't change the building though. It's the building that was the issue.
Well, it wasn't so much the building as well. The building was an issue. It was all those people not taking hits.
Yeah, there's that.
Like that guy. There's a bit of footage that I could. You know where people make these tutor videos that like get 6 million views.
Yeah.
Well, I could make one, but I don't want to.
Do it.
Well, the issue I have is
it was me.
There's the cheer. No, so we were pushed. We were basically playing pistols only against AEGs, and we were right at the back of the site. We were fucking defending valiantly. We were doing really well. I'm right on this corner. Des is like to my left behind me, 5 feet behind me. We're both watching this corner. This guy leans around to throw a grenade, and we just twat him. And he drops the grenade, but it doesn't go off. When we were there, I saw the rounds bouncing off his hand. We were 10 feet away from him. You can't miss them.
Yeah. Especially if trigger happy.
So, right, he just immediately leans back around, picks up the grenade again. So we're like, BANG! And he just throws a fucking grenade and kills us. And we're like,
what are you doing?
What? But in the video, because it's like shot the GoPro on a dark thing, you can't see the BBs. Which is one of the reasons why I didn't want to put it up, because people are like, well, you can't tell when them beeves are hitting me, you know, they could be anywhere. Fucking banging,
bounce off his face.
Oh, his hand up his arm.
Well, you don't miss when you're that close.
Although I was talking to somebody on my channel the other day, I can't remember your name, sorry dude, about one of the games where I'd come round, I'd done this epic sweep and I came around this corner and I'm like, what? And when I was there, when I saw it, first time it happened, I saw it hit the guy's hand and I was confident that it hit the guy's hand. So I got to Karen and he shoots me anyway, and I'm like, alright, fair enough. I shot you, it hit your hand, and we have like a bit of a talk about it, but I cut that bit out of the video because nobody wants to see that. It's just like, alright, I'm dead, on to the next thing. But he was, one of the subscribers said, that great video, I don't think you hit that guy at that time though. I'm like, alright, so I went back and I scrubbed through the footage. In the footage, I'm fairly confident I did hit his hand.
Okay,
Just hard knuckle glove, so he didn't feel it. But it's really hard to tell because of how fast it was moving, and because like the camera's going this way, it's really hard to tell. It could look like it went behind him, but I reckon it hit his glove and carried on. But at the same time, that's a good learning experience because it's like people are always like, "Oh man, I hit him, definitely hit him." Saw him bouncing off and stuff. But in the heat of the moment, you might not have done. I may have hit that guy, I may not have hit that guy, but it ended amicably. I said, "Hey, I'm sure I hit you." You're like, "Yeah, fair enough, no worries." We both just stood there waiting for a respawn, waiting for a medic.
I love it when you both just burst round corners. You both light each other up, and you both just like. Yeah.
There was a good one when we were at the mill in Wigan. We were pushing through this thing. I was hit, so I was waiting. Jimmy D comes around this corner, and I can't remember if they both shouted bang or both tried to knife each other. I think they both shot at each other, and they were like, they both shot at each other. From the thing, I'm sure Jimmy D got him, and then he got him.
Yeah.
But they were like 50-50. I'm like, no, stop! Rock, paper, scissors.
What?
In the, I said,
it's a different story.
I said, whoever wins rock, paper, scissors stays in the game. And they're both like, fuck yeah! Jimmy won. I think. I don't know, I'll find the footage. It was really funny. But I couldn't, when I was editing the 2018 Rewind video, I couldn't find that footage to put it in. But yeah, level 2 is without a doubt one of my favourite sites.
Oh, fuck, God. You know, like I said, just so looking forward to playing it.
The staff who run it, fantastic. You know when you go to SWAT, and the staff feel like the friends, really close friends. The SWAT staff feel like family.
Yeah,
we've known them for like 12, 13 years now.
That's it, I've not been for ages, but I reckon if I just go...
Yeah, like
hey, exactly. It's like, alright,
it's kind of like that. As soon as you get there, the dead friend, they're like, "Hey, how you doing, man? It's great to see you. Glad you're here. We're going to have some amazing games today." Top guys.
Yeah. What's the size? People-wise, how many people can you get on the side?
26 people max.
26?
26.
So I like that.
Yeah.
I
hope they keep it at that numbers when they open the second part of the site as well.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because like you said, it wasn't a bad site in the Stockport at Trojan. There were just too many people for that particular site.
Especially with how narrow the areas were.
And everything was going through a doorway, and it's just like...
There's one point that pissed me off there, and this is a tiny little niggle.
What?
And it's kind of stupid. I came around this corner and got shot by this guy. And I'm like, yep, just put my hand up. He saw me. He was like, cool, and went to move on. And there was a guy behind me who went, "You didn't shout hit." I'm like, "No, but I put my hand up and I'm walking away." He goes, "You need to shout hit." I'm like, "It's fine." He saw that we're just starting this discourse in the middle of a fucking game. I'm like, "No, he saw, the guy who shot me saw that I'm hit."
That's it. If someone...
And he goes, "You need to say hit or you're cheating." I'm like, "Get fucked for eyes." Like, I don't need this, I'm just being shot, I'm trying to go to a respawn. Like,
if I'm being shot from a mile away, and I'm just going to be like, dick. Yeah. I'm not going to be like, no need.
When I watch the footage back sometimes, I rarely shout hit. Like, sometimes, whatever, but most of the time putting your hand up like that is enough for them to realise you don't have to shout hit every time, as long as you take the hit.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man.
No, can't wait. So, where else have you been playing?
I can't remember. Last year, I went to SWAT Kiln. Last year was one of my quietest years of Airsoft in the past 5 years, because obviously I had a kid.
Yeah.
All these grown-up things happened, and I was like, shit, real world stuff. So I played what I thought was going to be my last game for a long time, right at the beginning, which was SLU Cooler. You have not been there, have you?
No.
A fucking amazing site.
What site?
Another one in Manchester.
Where is
It's Meek Street in Oldham.
Oldham is at Manchester.
Well, it's kind of Greater Manchester.
Yeah. I suppose I could get there on the tram.
Yeah. Or just come with us in the car.
Well, I can get a tram. I live like
Meet us there.
next to a fucking tram stop.
Oh, sweet. So, SLU Cooler is an airsoft site in an old scrapyard. I like when this is
I like a fucking scrapyard.
So it's not like scrapyard.
Not like Scrappy Challenge scrapyard.
Not quite. It's it's a 2-story warehouse that's the main part of the site. Super close to CQB. The downstairs area, part of it's the safe zone, and then you've got this kind of C-shaped run around sort of thing. In the middle, it's just covered in, you know, them big bales that are currently taking over Anzio, or they were last time we went.
Yeah.
It's got them inside it, but they've set it up so it's like made like a zigzaggy thing. You can climb over it and that, and they're all wrapped up, so you can't use pyro down there because they will set the fuck on fire. So it's almost pitch black down there, but there's a stairwell at either side of the building.
Yeah.
And there's rooms at either side of it. So the downstairs floor is pretty much that, but as you get upstairs, it's like a C shape. Big building in the big room in the middle that's like a crazy kill house with like bunkers and ladders up to elevated firing positions and crazy maze bits and tunnels. It's batshit crazy. It's really. I'm just going to make sure I'm near this microphone, so I'm doing that thing where I get over here and
get really into it.
yeah. Well, this is what I wanted to do was like kind of sit facing each other like.
You should have something like that's rig something up so it's just like
attached to you.
Attached to
yeah, but then you'd be like squeaking and like rattling and shit. We could just sit properly. Sorry, just tweaking my mic.
So alright. Tilt that towards that way.
I found a was still in the shot.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, upstairs it's like a C shape. There's a stairwell on either side, which is lots of fun. There's a really cool video on my channel where I went all the way through the dark part, sneaky, taking people out on the way. Then I kill their people at their spawn, run up there, because that's their stairwell.
Yeah.
And our spawn's on the other side, and that's our stairwell.
Okay, yeah.
So they weren't expecting me to come up fucking behind them. So I come up and get like 11 kills, and get half up the stairs, there's a girl stood there, and I shoot her in the ass. Oh, I was right to remember! It's so fucking funny. That was one of the best kill streaks I've got.
Oh my fucking god.
But yeah, that side, the inside is really good. But you also have the outside, which is a scrapyard, and it's full of shipping containers and skips, and the backs of lorry trailers, there's massive power tyres, broken down cars that are always moving about. The outside bit changes quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
And they also have access to rando fucking janky vehicles. Like the first time we went, they had a clapped out, knackered Volkswagen Polo.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, we're going to get in this. Who's got a machine gun? Short is like, HPM machine gun. It's like, get in. So and he rallies it from the top. Like, he's revving the tits off it. Goes through this massive fucking like swampy puddle thing, and then he goes
kills it.
Kills it. Like, fucking shot at us. So he's like, you guys keep firing. I'll fix it. So, fucking battery.
Batteries.
Right, so Tony jumps out, and he fucking runs out to the front of the car, pops the bonnet, and he's like trying to fix it. Meanwhile, Short is just shrekking people like at the window in the fucking upstairs of the building. So the idea with that, the rules in the car, were if you hit, you put your hand up and you duck down and you count to 10.
Okay.
And then you back in, and you can carry on. So the car just keeps driving around doing laps, and the idea is we just provide cover fire for anybody trying to get into the building.
Yeah.
But the site is so fucking good. And the guys who run it are just...
We're back.
They're batshit crazy in the best way. The first time I heard about it on one of the forum, on one of the Facebook groups. Somebody was saying, I don't think this site's dead safe. It's a bit weird. They drive about in cars and they have a mandatory full auto blind fire game.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that sounds a bit dangerous.
That sounds like our kind of...
And you have RPGs that you just fire as well. Like, this sounds really dangerous.
Oh, what?
And I'm a bit like, do we go on? So you went, and the mandatory blind firing full auto game, you don't have to blind fire, you don't have to fire in full auto if you don't want. But
it's encouraged.
It's encouraged. You can't get closer than 10 feet to the enemy.
Okay.
Because one team is on one side of the building, and one team is on the other, and there's these yellow boundary lines, and you can't actually get past them. but there's still plenty of like ways around and bits of cover that you can get around to actually have a firefight. So I was just stood there aiming at this door, and there's just guns coming out, and I was like, "Fip, fip, fip," and the finger's like, ah! And then you see it in the video, this RPG goes straight over my head. I'm like, what the fuck? Boom! They're just fucking rocket fireworks, but they've got cables running along the top of the ceiling, and they just fucking
God.
If you're near it when it goes off, dead.
Oh, that is fucking
so you hit,
awesome.
It's so much fucking fun.
Oh my god.
The site is crazy. And Tony, the guy who runs it, he has a crutch gun. Imagine an M4 receiver with a crutch, like, you know, a walking crutch as the stock.
Oh my god, like the guy from
and as a barrel.
Elite.
No, not like a fucking shotgun crutch gun.
No, there's that guy who always used to go walk around on crutches.
Oh right, no, it's not. It's not actually crutches. Basically, the arm bit of your crutch is your stock, and then the other bit of the crutch is the barrel, and it just firing out the crutch. It's fucking bad. He was playing the full auto blind firing game with a crutch, basically.
A stick firing like death.
Oh, he's fucking crazy. But yeah, so I played there. Played Foundry, which is in an old foundry in Leeds.
Okay.
It's about the width of Labyrinth, but like half the size of Labyrinth longer.
Okay, yeah.
And that's like a straight up attacking forwards. There's no like left and right in it really. It's all forwards and backwards.
Okay, yeah.
But there's ways around and little sneaky bits and loads of places we can get lost. There's a pub with actual pumps and shit. It's a really cool site. Loads of fun. Last time we played there, the first game, it was literally 3-a-side.
Fuck.
And it was so much fucking fun.
Yeah.
It was fucking really brutal, really close, really like intimate game. It was lots of fun.
3-a-side, that's phenomenal.
It was me, plumber, chef, Jimmy D, and then two like lads who were friends with the owner.
Yeah.
So Jimmy D, you go on their team. Me, plumber, chef, and just like running about murdering everybody.
Oh my fucking
Loads of fun. Yeah, it picked up in the evening, like more people turned up, and so yeah, it was a good day. And then the Mill, which is the one in, it's first and only site where the Rock Paper Scissors.
Where is that?
In Wigan.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sure it's an old photography studio, like a big studio, and they've just redone it.
Yeah.
And a really nice site, really well run, loads of fun.
Oh, awesome.
I've said SWAT Killlander.
You have?
Yeah. You've not been SWAT Killlander, have you? You've not been to any of these sites I've mentioned yet, have you?
No, naturally. Last thing I went to was
Labyrinth.
In Bury, yeah. Oh shit. Where did I see yesterday? Or did you post it? Someone bought
The ship!
a sea liner.
Yeah, I put it in the group, yeah.
Yeah.
Put it in the chat.
That
A
was
UCAP. They've got a fucking ship. They've got 3 new sites coming.
Yeah, and they're all
Like a prison, this weird military complex, and then a fucking ship.
I would love to play. Who was it? Was it First and Only who were going to get an aircraft carrier, but they couldn't get permission from the dockyard? Everything went through except the permission from the dockyard. So like the people who won the carrier, they were like, yeah. And then it's like, all right, cool. Everything went through, and then the dockyard was like, no.
Put it somewhere else.
Move it.
It's a ship.
Give it a push. How hard could it be to move shit?
Just put it away there for everyone to see.
Yeah. Just row a dinghy over to it. Be like, yeah.
Imagine that if we had to park and then get in a boat to go to the site.
I'm sure that was First and Only. I swear down, I'm not making that up.
I don't even remember that.
I think it was Jamie that told me as well. But they were fucking hell. Last time I played First and Only was Anzio. And then what was the one in Rochdale?
Factory.
Yeah. That was such a fucking cool site because it was like a massive pitch black room. And you can just hear like footsteps, but no one dared turn the torch on because you know you get it's like no, even though you like trying to light the way, you just know you just light yourself.
I did it first only one, the Armory in Wrexham.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
They made they were in the forefront of social media recently for a bit of an oversight, shall we say.
First and Only?
Yeah.
What did you do?
Well, they posted this thing like saying, making some remark about we'll have the staff in bikinis like the male staff wearing like bikinis and that if you want. But for now we can't do that. So here's a picture of. They basically put a picture of like a nightclub, like these girls scantily clad, nipples on show, sort of through the t-shirts, t-shirt sort of thing. And people went, this is really stupid. They shouldn't have done this. This is just the sexist nature of airsofters and bullshit. I'm like, forget. They were just sex cells. They were just trying to reach the fucking attention. Any video on YouTube that's got boobies in the screen. And
That's
it. Click on it.
So they only wanted it so they could put boobs in the in the search criteria.
But I want to go back to that side. That wasn't English, was it?
No, my God, that was a really good site.
We went there on the first day that site was open.
Was that the first day? I suppose you could kind of tell because like everyone was coming from every direction, and you just like
there was no like there was no clue that they'd added an old name.
All to be added.
Good day though, I enjoyed it.
No.
But that was like 2012.
Really?
What am I? Yep, I'm burping.
So the video's paused, but the sound's still coming, so it's still good.
Well, currently it's on red. Yeah, well, it might start moving now.
Yeah. So, cool.
I mean, it looks fine on my screen because I'm watching it just.
Just me.
Yeah, next time we do this, we'll try and do it with better internet, so it's a much better experience for everybody watching at home.
Yeah. You should bear in mind. Yeah. It's absolutely enormous, and I've got really fast internet.
I've got shit internet at mine. I was so pissed off with PlusNet. This is a diversion off Airsoft into PlusNet.
This is how it works.
This is how it works, yeah. So, any of you guys who are listening to this and you
were expecting this to be about...
No. Any of you guys who are listening to this at home and you have to have PlusNet internet. Hit F. Pay your respects.
You're probably not.
You're probably not listening to this.
You're probably not listening to this if you're on PlusNet.
Fuck man, it literally took them 2 months to get the internet set up because they fucked something up.
What?
Fucking lot of shit show. And then we were supposed to get like 70 odd gig. 70 gig. Meg. Fucking hell, can you imagine that? 70 odd meg.
It's the future.
Future. The internet's so fast it's going back to
I want a terabyte.
Yeah, no, it was supposed to be 70 odd meg. And then I'm like trying to fucking live stream onto Twitch with a fucking PUBG. And I'm like, where's this being so laggy and shit? And I'm like, did a speed test and I'm getting like 12 meg. And I'm like, what the fuck?
12 meg.
So I ring them up and they're like, don't worry, it's just because it's your first 10 days. It'll, it just needs to, the line just needs to circumcise itself. And
the line needs to
bullshit, yeah, cool.
Okay.
So 2 weeks in, I'm like, we're still only at like 12 meg, what's going on? So I ring up, we'll just do a line test, blah, blah, blah. We'll send an engineer out. Internet goes down inexplicably. I get no phone signal up there anyway, so I'm relying on fucking Wi-Fi. Anyway, we've had probably more downtime than uptime at this point. It's fucking ridiculous. At the point that I'm talking in the story, not like all the time.
Yeah.
Anyway, they get us back up, and the engineer's like, "So what package you want?" I'm like, 70 meg. We were promised 68 meg, definitely up to 70. It's like, well, this line can't do anything more than 13. Why the fuck are they making us pay for this fucking thing that they said we could have? It's like, I don't know, you might want to speak to your service provider about that. Because that was an open reach guy. Fuck's sake. Anyway, we were up for about 3 days, then it went down. Fucking bullshit. We had to go through so much shit. We're still with PlusNet.
On 13?
Yeah, we can't, there's no service provider can get more than 13 on that because the line coming from the box or whatever to the house is so shit. And I'm like, talk to the guy on the phone like that, so what can I do to... Oh, the stream's gone green! What can I do to make... Oh, it's gone red.
No, it's frozen.
What can I do to make our internet better? He's like, you need a new line put in, really. I'm like, just fucking move it. It's a really nice house. So he's like, you need a new line put in. I'm like, right, well, how do I petition somebody to do that? He goes, you can talk to OpenReach about it, but put it this way, I was at a house recently who's supposed to be getting 60 odd meg and they're only getting 1 meg because of the line. And they can't get any higher than that. And because there is something coming through, it's not on our list of priorities to go and fix it for them. So I'm like, so what? You telling me that if I want a new line, I've got to sabotage the line and dig it up and cut it down and burn it or something? He's like, I'm not telling you that, but that's pretty much your only option. So I'm stuck with shit internet, so I can't stream from home either. Really. Like, what? I suppose like doing this from my house would be better than doing it from here because we're stealing shit internet from through a roof, through a ceiling.
See, when I first got into my new flat, my speed test, it was 1 meg. And I was like, this was going from like 250 as well. Oh! So I was on 250 for like 2 years, and I'm like, you just get used to having like, all the internet all the time.
All the time, yeah.
And then it's just kind of like, what? YouTube buffering. I'm like, the fuck is this? I
can't do YouTube at 720, 60 FPS. Nope.
No, yeah, I'm on 120 now, so I'm in the fucking Stone Ages. No, I'm only getting 128 meg.
You're in the city centre, though, aren't you?
Oh my god! Yeah.
I'm in a village in the sticks.
So I got the internet through my service provider, and then I was like, "This is the fastest I'm ever."
You can talk, and I'm just gonna get another drink.
And then I got a letter from is it Hyperoptic?
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, we can give you a gig," and I was like, "Fuck!" I was like, literally just over the 14 fucking days as well. It's for you. Yeah, literally just over the 14 days where I could cancel, and I'm like,
shit.
Yeah. And it's cheaper as well than what I'm paying.
Hang on, I'm just getting some messages from.
Oh, my comes through.
What's going on?
So,
Snapchat.
Hi, Snapchat.
No, it's just a picture.
I know, I'm just saying hello to Snapchat.
Alright, cool. Probably put this bit out of the podcast when I'm actually editing it, but yeah. I think I'm being asked to work on Monday. What? Can I give me a tomorrow? There's a space, please. Jimmy D's coming tomorrow. So when we're saying Jimmy D's a shit show, we might retract that statement now. But there's no space in my phone.
We'll edit it out of the podcast.
Fuck, I'm not editing.
Okay.
Right.
Anyways, that's fun.
Anyway, so what I was going to do with this, we're still talking Airsoft, aren't we? Still talking Airsoft. What site are we
How did we get on from internet to Airsoft?
Because our internet's really shit here.
Oh, okay. I thought I was going to say, it was like when we're talking something society that took us on to... we're talking about First and Only, Armory.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll move on from Armory, which is a site I think we should hit up again this year.
Definitely.
Camp Sparta.
Where's that?
Lincolnshire?
Oh, okay. That's not...
It's a fair trek.
It's a trek, but it's not like,
fucking totally worth it.
Not ready.
It's like... It's the biggest urban and CQB site in the country.
Okay.
It is fucking... Imagine like...
What?
Anzio on steroids.
I don't imagine anymore. I've got my internet.
Yeah, well, go on my channel. There's videos on there.
Oh god, no. Videos. That'll kill it.
No, your point. Search for a Camp Sparta map. There's an overhead map. Ooh. Curtin and Lindsay is where it is. It's actually at RAF Curtin and Lindsay. Yeah, that first one with the red buildings and that.
See photos.
Pardon me.
See, I call Shenanigan on the slow internet because this is low.
It might just be this laptop. We should probably stream it from yours next time. So yeah, the site is absolutely fucking massive.
It's swap, isn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely huge.
Oh, he's got a good beard.
And they've got vehicles that you can just jump in and jump out.
Yeah.
So basically what it is, there's 2 or 3 vehicles running on a day. 4 teams. So there's 4 teams playing against each other, which is fucking loads of fun.
Yeah.
The vehicles, you can either capture them as gun trucks, and you can drive about and shoot people. And then if a gun truck's coming up on you, and you just twat everybody in the gun truck, it's now your gun truck, so you get in it and take off in it.
No fucking way.
Or, you can just... You're walking back to your massive long respawn, you just like flag a truck down, truck will drive over, you get in, it'll take to your respawn. Because it's what Chef was saying before about Anzio, he's like, every time I go to Anzio,
like fucking miles to go.
I get shot and I'm like, why the fuck did I come here, it's such a long water respawn.
Yeah, that is like such a dick about them kind of places.
Yeah.
Like the 20-minute walk back.
We need to invent teleportation for respawns.
Yeah.
Oh,
you like the 3rd one that came up.
Yeah, sweet.
Who's that?
Who are we looking? It's Jimmy D.
Is it Jimmy D?
Yeah, me, Alan and Jimmy D.
He's got a call on. And Telex, I've got the same one.
Anyway, so that site, absolutely fantastic. Another site we're definitely going to go to this year.
That looks frigging awesome. Have you got Woodland as well? Or is that?
No, there's some woodland around the edges of it.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think that picture has anything to do with it.
Oh my god, you know what that reminds me of? Don't look at that photo.
Fucking ambush.
Yeah!
The second ambush, that the one with the castle.
Yeah,
That's still running.
Yeah. Is it?
Under Skirmish Woodland.
Is it?
We went there in 2017.
Oh my god.
I used Shorty's G-Spec HPA.
Yeah.
I've only HPA wankered twice, and both times it was with a bolt action.
Well,
That's so much because you like bang, bang, back. You just need to pull the bolt back enough to put the BB in the chamber. It's like a 6mm pull. Short calls it a 2-inch cock.
Fucking hell.
Look at my 2-inch cock. There's an outtake that's going to be used against me.
Oh, that looks friggin' awesome.
Yeah, so I've been there last year as well. There's other places as well, I just can't remember where now, off the top of my head.
Are you going to reply to Jimmy D?
No, because my internet is so shit on this laptop.
Do you want me to tell him?
Tell him there's no space in my car, ask Plumber.
Ask Plumber.
Or ask Shorty.
Ask. I'll put ask Shorty. Shorty never says no. Ask Shorty.
No, he'll say no because he's going straight from his house. You don't want to have to come all the way to Aki to go away, but is it?
Oh, birthday boy.
There's no space with Plumber and that because they're going. I reckon they're going.
What are you telling me to say? Ask Plumber.
Because it's funny. I reckon Alan's going to end up having to drive. Or we're going to have to go in Alan's car, I reckon.
Okay.
Anyway, that's neither here nor there. It's nothing interesting for the podcast. But yeah.
Oh.
Did I go to Skirmish the Stand last year, or was it 2017?
You asking me?
I'm asking myself. I don't really know. No, I think that was 17. That was a good sight as well.
If Shorty can, I'll drive and give you a lift.
Alan. Sweet.
I don't know what that means, but
Yeah, it means us four going on stuff.
right,
yes.
Why couldn't we fit if we were in your car?
This is because 2 of the seats have got to fall down to fit.
Oh!
Hunter!
Yeah, what's all driving these days?
I like a big fucking normal person's car.
Oh, cool. Oh, has he gone?
On Monday
People
or so.
carrier.
No, he had a people carrier.
Oh, right. That seems.
I think that exploded. Something blew up on it. Anyway, right, so what I was going to do, we're 51 minutes into the podcast now, 53 minutes. So
no fucking way.
what I was going to do is
What?
turn this into a, hey Des, let's interview the fuck out of you.
Okay.
So,
Right, let's go back.
I always burp on the podcast, like, I never help it. It's because of all the fucking Pepsi magazine and neck.
Just stare straight down the back.
Right, so here we go. Basically, I'm going to be doing this with all the ICS captains and a lot of other Airsoft players, so it'd be cool to do it with every one of the team members. So, ad hoc, just totally randomly, let's interview Des. A member of CBNPC for God knows how long now, going back to the Team Matrix days.
And what?
Since the inception of the contraception of
The contraception of
since the inception of the team. So Des,
Yes.
tell us your name, your hometown, your occupation, all those sort of things.
So, my name is Derek Bond. Everyone calls me Des or Bondy. Airsofting. Fuck. I wouldn't have said Airsofting. First proper AEG was 2004, which was the TMP90. But before that, obviously, backyard springers and all that kind of shit for like years before that. I'm currently living in Manchester City Centre, the smack bang in the city centre, so that's why I can't afford to Airsoft, because I'm paying rent to live.
You're probably paying more for rent than I am on a mortgage.
I probably am.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, my last place was $9.25.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Is that like utilities not included?
No, that's just the rent.
That's more than my mortgage with like electric and fucking bills and shit.
Yeah, everyone says that.
That's crazy.
And I've forgotten the other question.
What's your occupation?
Oh, I am a manager at Costa. It's as dull as it sounds. There's no way to jazz that up.
Where's your Costa?
At the minute, I've just moved to my new store, which is at Oxford Road Station.
Oh, it's not that tiny little one you showed me that video, is it?
Little teeny tiny. I am in. I think there's only one small. I thought I was in the smallest one in the UK, and I thought it was awesome. But turns out there's another one that's smaller than me. So I just wanted all the Japanese tourists taking photos, but hasn't to be. So yeah. So I'm working.
So what got you into Airsoft?
My first BB gun was...
Let me guess, it came from Target Technics.
It didn't actually.
What?
I can tell you what my first Target Technics gun was, but my first ever Springer was a P228.
Alright.
Springer, as you do.
Yeah.
You know, you get a little plastic bottle of yellow BBs.
Yellow .12 gun BBs.
Yeah.
Not quite round, but round enough.
Yeah, round enough. Yeah. Razor fucking sharp edges on them, yeah. And that was from, there was a gun shop in, Ilfracombe.
Where?
Ilfracombe in Devon. Because we used to go to...
Is that a planet from Star Wars?
Used to go to Devon like every summer.
So I can kind of testify to this as well, because I went to Devon one summer, and I was walking down this fucking street.
Gun shops!
Every shop! I was looking through the window, I'm like, this is amazing!
Yeah. So I got my first Springer there. That was like, fuck, I must have only been like single digits. And just went on and on and on and on and bought loads more. First, Target Technics. Target Technics is a junky...
It was. God rest.
Yeah. When it was still like, no, it was like a junky old air rifle gun shop. Probably gun back in the day.
Yeah, the occasional shotgun in there that he used to,
yeah, but then he kind of like, he always turned his nose up at you when you came in asking for a BB. He goes like,
yeah.
Well,
I was a nice guy, Richard, but like, definitely like thought that Airsoft, or Soft Air as he called it, was a little below him, and it was just, you know, these toys just break, and
just take my fucking money and shut up and give me my gun.
Just give me some BBs. I remember before it never used to sell us BBs because we were like under 17.
Yeah,
so I used to get my mum to come down with us just to buy BBs, and then me and my cousin and that would be in the shop, which £3.50 for 1,000 BBs.
Yeah, fuck. The clear bottles with like the little blue spouty lid.
And then he got rid of them and started getting just little like packs, like sealed packs.
Oh shit! Look, actual shit sealed packs, not like a decent bag of BB.
No, it's like a shit bag.
Yeah.
I remember one time I went in and I've got some heavyweight BBs, they were probably like .2s or something. He's like they're at least 3 times as heavy as these ones, and I'm like, wait, these are 12, so they must be like .36s. They're so I had like 250 3.6s that I paid fucking way too much for, and we called. I had more than that, probably about 1,000.
Yeah.
But we called them coop killers. It was like, I heard in a film when they said, they got these armor-piercing bullets, they call them cap killers because they go through the bulletproof vests. So I like to play on words, and Coop got really pissed off at it because we kept when he got these coop killer BBs.
What was that song?
Fucking New Jack City.
Was it? The tip of the bullet was like a red point. I remember the fucking, because they used to call it cap killers.
Just a tip.
Oh my god. Right, Karen, I'll come back to me.
Yeah. So that's that. We always used to get overcharged for gas and BBs and that. It was literally the only place, unless we wanted to ride our bikes to Islington.
Shit.
That fucking model shop. There was a model shop, and all they sold, airsoft wise, was one Thompson AG and then XL 2-gram BBs. So we used to ride our bikes over there just to buy, like, we'd get money off the whole team. But right, we're going to go get some good BBs, like it's £8 a bag or whatever. So we get like 3 bags each and we'd ride over and all that. I remember the one time you and me rode over.
I nearly fell off my bike.
We said we got it, it was fucking closed.
Yeah. It was fucking closed as well! And then on the way back I fucking killed myself.
Fuck, well, it was good days.
Back before you could like Google it.
Yeah,
is this shop
open? Everyone could have just rang them.
Yeah.
On the rotary phone. Yeah. So anyway, back onto the subject.
My first pistol from Tiger's Technics. It was a P38, a Walker P38.
Sweet.
And I fucking loved it. And it was that and a Desert Eagle.
I had a Desert Eagle from Tiger's Technics.
To both sides of the
yeah, spectrum.
shit. I think I seem to remember it was either me or Shorty. I think Shorty had the 1911, and Shorty also had a spring. It was either a Glock or a 228, and I remember like one of the hard kids from top of the street nicked it. Well, even though Shorty had like engraved his name on it, and the kid was like, "No, it's like, oops." I'm like, okay, okay. Shorty engraved on the side. Not even engraved, just scratched with a fucking a screwdriver or some shit.
Standard short. So yeah, right. Moving on from your first Springer and that.
Yeah.
And your first AG was a P9, and I shot you with that, which is funny.
Yeah, yeah. Between that, I did have a. I think Shorty had the MP5, SD5, whatever variant it was, with like almost like a grip underneath, like the foregrip.
The Springer one.
Yeah.
SD, it was a Unicorn Hobby Corporation SD3. I've had one as well. They were the worst.
Oh, they were. It was shit as fuck. And I think he bought that. Oh no, got it. It was an Uzi as well.
Was it the pump action Uzi?
It was the foregrip.
Yeah.
But there was no spring in the mag, so you had to cock it upside down.
Oh man.
So upside down, and like either use the foregrip to cock it or like cock it from a
Airsoft in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Oh,
so janky.
Yeah. Fucking shit. I would love that. A Springer game.
Yeah, dude, we'll do it. We're gonna do a private event in the summer. I will do that. We all have to buy at least one Springer.
Shit. Oh my god.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do
Oh yeah. I what PBK straight away. I was like a bright blue one from
BB guns for less.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yo, you totally fucking should. Yeah.
Sweet. Anyway, so moving on from that, what was your first game like and where was it?
Oh fuck. It was. Was it Elite? It'd have been Elite.
What? Ambush?
Oh,
Strines, Ambush Strines. That was years before Elite.
Must have been then.
Yeah.
But I'd have already got rid of my
P90.
P90. Oh shit! Oh my god! Yeah, because back in the day when you used to swap your guns on the forums, I ended up swapping a brand spanking new P90 for a crap old G3.
No,
a TM-G3. I thought, oh, that's a good idea. To start with, was like fucking, you know, like you'd hold on to it and like you'd move left and right and like the barrel would catch up eventually because it was just like, you know, bent and like just wobbly as fuck because it was all plastic. To start with, that gun was shit, but then I classic armoured the arse out of it.
I remember coming around that day when you were like, I was showing this, it's fucking ridiculous because it was like the tolerances back then were a little shit.
Oh yeah, there was no kind
generally
of.
When you were fitting a metal receiver or anything, you had to have a file or a
hammer.
Something. Yeah, a hammer. You had to have tools to legit fit.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time it was only millimeters out.
Yeah, but it just wouldn't fit. So
No.
I remember, and like even
I remember the G3 was on its arse end.
hammering it on the floor again.
I'm holding the fucking cotton tube.
Yeah.
You've got a mallet.
Yeah.
Just hit that mallet.
That gun afterwards though was
monster.
Fucking solid. So yeah, so first sight was there. I was running the G3 and I was also running Erb's M16,
M16A2, a Tokyo Marui A2,
yeah, 203.
I owned that one for a few years after that.
Yeah, and I was that couldn't have been my first time because I was severely hungover.
Was that the Sarah time when you threw up?
Oh yeah, so I can't even remember my first time then because they all just kind of blended into one. But this is
what happens if you're a little promiscuous. You can never remember your first time.
I can never remember. All the same. So running that with that G3 and Ev's M16, trying to fire one from each hand for about 30 rounds, then realising I had to wind mags, and I'm just like, fuck.
You're just going to leave this M16
Yeah, just like two gunning each hand, I'm like, fuck. So it goes, yeah.
This was a mistake. I learned.
Oh my god, yeah, and like, you know, back in the day before full face protection and
yeah, well,
you just there smiling like, ha! Come on,
and ambush, it was a paintball site as well, so you had to have full face protection.
Yeah.
But when we went to Elite, we're all just wearing fucking shooting glasses and...
Yeah, I didn't end well.
Yeah, that was stupid. So anyway, moving on from that, what is the most interesting thing that has changed in the game since you started?
That is a difficult one. Interesting thing, or...
It could be like technology-wise, the way, maybe, I don't know.
Technology-wise, apart from that one battery that I've got plugged in now, which seems
still fucking charging.
forever.
I'll have a quick peep at it while you
but do you remember?
Oh my ass,
your battery's on charge like the day before.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, oh, I'm going to get 24 hours into it, otherwise it's not going to work. And then you get like halfway through the day and you're like, yeah. I don't know. So obviously the batteries have come on leaps and bounds. See, just the guns in general, because obviously when we first started, everything was plastic. And then if you did want a metal one, you had to get classic army, or like now you can just buy a metal gun, no problem. But back in the day, you had to buy
not just a metal gun, but you can buy a metal gun that fires 350 FPS out of the box.
Yeah. You didn't have to buy a gun just to be like, what do I need to do to make this not creak and fire
at 273 per second?
Yeah, and fire at a decent limit. It's just come on leaps and bounds. And obviously, a lot of people are recording stuff now, whereas back in the day it was just kind of like there's none of that. I don't know. I think gameplay-wise, it's very similar. Get a gun into some guy's hands, and then everyone's just like, be as tactical as you want. It just goes out the fucking window, and when people start shooting at you, just like.
I'm watching the new players especially CQB. When you're like, I've been playing at sites now since 2000, and at CQB for the fucking vast majority of that. I don't give a fuck. I'm straight in that door straight away.
Yeah.
You rush in a room and there's 3 guys in there with rental AKs, and it's the first game, and they've got they're like knees touching and the guns are pointing down, and they're like, and you run in and shoot one of them, and over. It's the best day ever.
Oh my god, I fucking love that. Yeah. So I don't think there's too much that has changed. There's lots of witchcraft and sciencey, HPA, MOSFET stuff, but does it make any difference? It still fires at 350. There's still the limits that doesn't make any difference to.
There's 2 things that I'd say have changed that I'm happy about.
Go on.
The size of batteries is massively reduced. So now I can just put a LiPo battery in the stock tube of my M4 and not have to worry about it all day.
Oh shit! Yeah. Do you remember that sling I had from a P90?
The sling where you had a fucking 12 volt massive NiCad battery in it.
I don't even think it was that. I think it was just within 9 point. It's been that long since I've used all these batteries. 9.6.
Yeah.
But it was like a 3000 milliamp. But it was like so it has to be like that big.
Size of a fucking yeah.
So on the sling itself, it went on the back of the sling, and then the sling had like a Y belt in that went to the back to the front of the P90, and then that threaded into the gun through the back.
Such a pain in the ass, but
just
to make your gun last all day.
Just to make your gun last a bit longer, and it's just like. What's the point?
You can basically carry a no-eye brake on a strap.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. But now it's like you can have it in a stock tube, but it would fucking never fall out. Yeah.
So that makes me wonder where technology is going to go in the next 10 years with it.
Dark matter.
But the other thing that has changed significantly since I first started is the ease of availability of information.
Anyway, it's the Echo, by the way.
Is there an echo? Well, I don't know.
Let's have a look.
Can't tell. Who's saying that? I can't fix that question.
Let's have a look at Stephen.
Where is it? Oh, dude, yeah, I found it.
What? What have you found?
I found the chat. I didn't. I
Yeah. So apologies, Stephen. We didn't realise that it was that echoey, and
it's not echoing through. I don't know what's going on. Like on my headset, and I'm speaking dead weird now because it's slightly delayed. There's no echo. You speak as well.
I am speaking now.
That sounds really sexy on
Oh my god.
So the actual recording is going to go on.
Oh, that's fine then. Yeah, so screw you, YouTube. We've got a decent backup of it. So.
Yeah, we've got a beautiful backup. I need to take the headphones off. Yeah, I was supposed to leave the questions up so I could see them, but I kept looking at other things. So yeah, the other thing that's come a long way is the ease of finding information. So like, I would have started Airsoft like 2 years earlier if I could have found a site.
Yeah.
I couldn't find a site. Like, I rang the paintball site at Duncan House. Like, do you do Airsoft? They're like, nope.
Yeah, folks. Remember when we were going to try and rent it or whatever?
Yeah. So I used to work at a paintball site. I know, like.
You fucking did, didn't you? Oh my fucking god.
That was one of the best jobs. It was so much fucking fun.
That was so long ago now.
So long ago, but the guys who owned that at the time, I said, on days where you're not using this, can we sublet it from you and run private airsoft games? And like, yeah, if you can get a safe zone sorted out, because basically they had to dismantle everything when they left because people would just come and burn it down and make it.
Yeah, probably us.
So we were going to do that, but yeah, nah, that would have been loads of fun.
Oh my fucking god, yeah, totally.
But back when I first started, there were no airsoft sites that were listed. I couldn't find any anywhere, and I didn't have internet back then, or I had really shit internet, and I couldn't find any airsoft forums or anything.
Yeah.
So I was really struggling to try and find any information on anything. I rang a load of paintball sites. I just looked in the yellow pages for paintball sites, and there were like 6 paintball sites listed. And I rang, hi, my name is just ringing up to see if do you do airsoft events? Like, what do you mean airsoft? Well, you know, airsoft is like our paintball, but with airsoft guns. Like, do you mean the 6mm games? I'm like, yeah. No, we don't do that. But if you get like 50 people together, we can run a private event. I'm like, 50? How much would it be? About 25 £25 a head. Like, do you rent the guns? Like, no, you'd have to bring your own. I'm like, what do you think about? So yeah, every site was like that. Like we don't do it, but if you can get the audience to come in, we can do it.
Yeah.
And then when it got like a little later, I found Gunmar, and then they were saying, oh, there's these sites over here, these sites over here, like come back south. I'm like, that's a million miles away, and all this sort of stuff. But then I found SWAT through the Airsoft forums, through airsoft.org or whatever, not SWAT, Ambush.
Ambush, yeah.
Ambush, and we went to I believe it was our first ever airsoft event. We were a paintball site, but then they started doing airsoft. But that was the closest site to us, and that was in fucking Strines, Sheffield.
Yeah, that.
And to us at the time, like 16-year-old, like
Mom!
fucking me, Evan, and Coop went to the first event, and my dad drove us. Stood around all day watching. I lit him the fuck up. It was hilarious. Yeah, nah, good times.
Oh, fucking awesome. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
What was the question, sorry?
What's the most interesting that's changed in the game since you started? So
right, yeah.
Anyway, right, I've just have a mouthful of this luscious, very thirst-quenching Pepsi Max. A little bit of ASMR. Here, I'll try not to get it in the microphone.
Also, if you're a fan of onion rings.
We've just lost all our subscribers. Yes, so, if you had one piece of advice for yourself at the beginning of your airsoft career, that you could give yourself, what would it be?
Buy decent. Don't buy cheap shit. Buy decent gun and stick with it. Don't buy the amount of cheap shit guns, because I like guns that no one else has got. So like UMP, P90. Well, back before P90, everyone had a P90. Like, I'll get a P90, no one else has got one. I'll get a UMP. It was a Star before it was Aries.
Yeah.
Star UMP. I'll get one of them, and it's like the mags are like fucking gold dust, and I've got an Aries Sky H, and the mags are like fucking gold dust, and just every single gun I've had, rather than just going an AI variant, and like everyone's got the same mags, they work, everyone's just like, oh my god, throw the mag, like, oh of course you can. And they've all been, apart from the Aries, Sky H, sorry, they've all been naff cheap. Saying that though, naff and cheap, that G36 is a JG one.
They just last for fucking hours.
And that thing, and that MP5 is JG as well, and that thing is an absolute brick house. So probably not so much these days, but if I could give my advice to my younger self, buy a decent branded one and stick with it.
So my advice would be very similar. It would be, don't buy that Academy XM177 off a 14-year-old kid on the forums who won't send it you for 2 months, and your dad's going to have to ring up and threaten to beat his dad up to get it to send it on. But it doesn't work after 2 months, and fuck man, just... And then another thing is, you don't have to own all the guns.
Yeah, that's my issue. I like to own all the guns.
Like you don't need 600 guns, dude. You just find some guns at work and just 3 or 4 is enough.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my god, I need this. Oh my god, I need that. But there was one point where I had no space in my room when I was with my parents. I had like my wardrobe was no space for clothes. It was just 38 guns in there.
Fuck.
And I whenever I went to a game, I took 3 of them.
Yeah.
Every time the same 3. I'm like, why have I got all these guns?
See, I'm the other way around. I'll take everything. I'll be like, I might need my SIG. I might need the MP5. I might need the Sky H.
It doesn't work, but I might need it. Yeah. So, what's your favourite site? Past, present, and well, past and present. We can't really talk about future. We could speculate. But the ship.
I'm most looking forward to the ship. If they, oh my god, if they like, just run it aground ever so slightly and just got it just a few degrees off. That's fucking sick. So every corridor is kind of like just
askew.
Yeah, just ever so slightly.
Just listing slightly to the left.
Like a fun house Airsoft. That would be a fucking awesome.
But out of all the sites that you've been to,
my favourite has to be shit. I liked SWAT. Shit, it was. I forgot the name of it.
Sighting Camp, Area 51.
Area 51.
Area 51.
I loved it. How many times did we go there?
A fucking lot.
We must have gone.
Well, I won 3 games there for a year at one point. So like, let's go. Should we go? Anyone want to go? Let's go.
Yeah, we must have gone every other week.
Yeah.
For at one point, like every 2 weeks, we were like, let's go again.
Let's
go again. That for me, that was kind of like my high point of this. I think where I was kind of like.
I used to love when we were doing the outside. Attack and pushback games when you were on the attack, pushing up that first street at the beginning of it.
Yeah.
It's a cold, frosty day. You're also at the bottom of that street. There's people walking past on the river behind you, like, oh, I used to cancel guns doing. Get on! And everybody just fucking pushes up them first 2 streets.
Yes.
And there's someone coming at the top of an M60 just spraying noobs, and you're like, this is the best.
It's probably not the best site, but that's the site that I've had the most fucking fun.
I remember that time where we're trying to push into this room in Hangar 18 in the smaller building.
Yeah, the small one. Yeah.
And I got in this cupboard and looked up and went, Guys, the ceiling panels moved.
Yeah!
You got me on your shoulders, you really pushed me all the wall. And I ended up on the top of this partition wall, and the guy who was blocking us up was just underneath me. I'm like, he's like, I had no idea for it, so I'm looking about and no one behind him, nobody in front of him. He's like, so he gets his gun back up and he's like, hit it, and walks off. The ceiling tile started falling down around me. That was the best.
It was so fucking good because it wasn't that you could fuck the place up. It was just kind of like they didn't mind too much you bursting through a wall. It was good though. Because you could just totally get away with it. The only thing I didn't like is it wasn't too much of an issue. They'd sometimes try and, because obviously it was all rooms and it was all corridors. tried to squeeze one too many people in it. I'm like, just like 30 people trying to get through one doorway. It's like,
There were a few bottlenecks in that place.
yeah, this is going to be like a 20 fucking minute job to get through this fucking door. Yeah. Oh god. See, now I'm remembering it all. Then it's just like every 2 fucking seconds there was a frag.
Yeah,
it's like
extreme bowling.
It wasn't Airsoft in it. It was like who had the most frags. Oh my god! And you could use 12s in there, couldn't you?
I'm not sure if you were supposed to, but it happened occasionally.
Yeah, because there was.
I remember
the main building.
So the main building was split into 2 parts.
Me and
part called the house and part called the F block.
It was coming into the house. A dark corridor, and someone just it was like a dark corner where obviously you had the main stairwell.
Yeah.
And
you come around and then you can get into F block.
Yeah. So it was that, and there was that corner which was like you just
stalemate.
You put your head right. Yeah. You put your head right. You got shot. So there was always a lot of grenades there, and someone just rolled one around the corner, and it must have been a fucking 12 because it I was like on one knee, rolled just in front of me, and you know what? It knocks you sick. Yeah. The concussion.
I'm going to tell you a story almost identical.
I need to sit down for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, too many frags, but other than that site was really cool.
Yeah. So my story like that was upstairs in Hangar 18. You know when you're doing the start on the ground floor, fight through the kitchen, fight all the way around the bottom floor, up the stairs and all the way around, and then the game's reversed and you play the other way.
Yeah.
Well, we were fighting up and we got to the kitchen. And going one way out of the kitchen, there's this like little doorway, and I was like kneeling down in front of this doorway. The doorway is like open to my right, and somebody just wings around the corner and fucking hard balls this fucking BFG, a delayed BFG. It hit me in the dick, so I'm like, oh fuck, and then it landed in between my legs. So I'm like, holding my crotch, thinking this fucking boom, fucking 12 gauge. You can feel it.
You can.
The corridors are like 3 foot wide, and I'm sat on it like I'm trying to shit out of the bed.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, it was nasty.
Concussive wave off them just fucking fucks you up. Yeah. That wasn't pleasant at all.
But I think my favourite SWAT site so far is definitely Sight Camp.
Oh Cyan was so good.
I love that for the times where Standing got really angry.
When doesn't he get angry?
Pardon me, but he got especially angry there. Like one time where he goes, right, everybody stack up, no throw a grenade. He throws a grenade. Nobody moved because we weren't ready. There were 2 guys ambling over, just like,
okay.
And then we're getting stacked up, and he hasn't even finished his sentence. He's throwing a frag in. What are you doing? My favourite memory from there was first game of the day one time. And it was the CQB block. CQB block basically was a lot of billets.
Yeah.
And it was like 3 rows that are about 50 feet long, like concentric rows.
Yeah.
And then it'd go into like a little corridor, and then there's a central corridor, and then it's mirrored on the other side. Really weird way to describe it, and it's probably...
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you're probably imagining it completely different than what it is, but anyway. So, we were attacking it, and their team was inside. We were blues, they were reds. And we're all lined up outside, the game's about to start, and Marshall's like, 3, 2, 1, game on! We have a look in, get murdered, have a look in, get murdered. It's just this little like murder hole, like 30 feet.
Yeah.
So this other player comes up and he's like, what's going on then boys? And we're like looking at him like, this guy got a red armband though. I'm like, alright, go on, get in there, go on, get in there, like, get in there. And he's like, yeah, do you put a flag in? Oh, that is charging last. So he's like, do you want to put a flag in? And we all look at him like, well, yeah, we do, but you're not on our team. We didn't say anything because that'd be silly. So he's like stood there, he's like looking through the door, he's pulling his pin out, and then one of the marshals comes and goes, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Oh, we're not allowed to use flash." I went, "Yeah, but never mind. They're your team." He's like, "Oh shit!" I'm like, "Dude, that would be the best thing ever." And it gets us away from the microphone right now. So. Yeah, he's fumbling about through his dump pouch, looking at... How many pistols have you got in that dump pouch?
3.
Yeah, there's more than 3 pistols there.
No, there's not. 3. There's 3 and a knife.
Oh, right, a knife, yeah.
That's a good point. What's size of this gun take? They're too big, aren't they?
Yeah, they're too big, but I've got a battery for it. That'll fit.
Well, I'll do that one.
Yeah. So yeah, cracking sighting camp.
Yeah, no, sighting was funny. My favourite memory of sighting. I'll
Wait till you come back to the microphone.
Yeah. Just fill the time. Fill
the time. So, dinosaurs are incredibly amazing creatures. They're all extinct now, sadly, except maybe some what they call cryptozoological miscreants hampering about in the woods. Who knows? But I'd love to do a Dino Riders Airsoft game sort of thing, where you're on the back of a Stegosaurus or a trike, and you've got like a chair with a HBA 50 caliber. Obviously, the trike could have that's Triceratops for those who are unfamiliar with dinosaur nicknames. So they're appropriate eye protection. But imagine that being riding a Triceratops into battle. That'd have been fantastic. So anyway, what were you going to say?
Favourite memory of sighting probably has to be shit. There was me, Simon, and another guy. Can't remember who.
Rando Airsoft player number 2.
Rando Airsoft, and we were in one of the end of the billets. It was a dead end. There was only one way in, and we must have held out. It was just a super long corridor, and at the end there was plenty of not cover, but there was plenty of obstacles in the way. There was no way, unless they went overarm, they could get a grenade to us. Which, it's SWAT, it could have happened. Underarm, just
like an Allen special.
Underarm and an angle. Yeah, oh my god, we must have held that a good half an hour. And the amount of, because it was super fucking stressful, because the amount of rounds that we put down, and then they were like, oh, I'm gonna go reload, I'm like, on your own, it's like,
that's I remember one time in the hospital where we were defending one of the last rooms. We'd been pushed back and pushed back. There were me, Plumber, Scott and Sam in this fucking room. Plumber had his fucking M249 on full automatic indoors. He was firing through the crack in the doorway, with the hinges, and he had the muzzle through that, and he's just like
as Plumber does.
And it was fucking amazing, and we were just shrekking rounds down, and then somebody overarmed a fucking BFG in there, and it landed next to us, and it was nasty. Yeah, my favourite grenade moment at a SWAT site is probably at Fortress. Do you remember the meat flaps that connect the...
Yeah!
For those who don't know what meat flaps are, they're like plastic flaps. Almost transparent plastic flaps that kind of stop wind coming through a doorway.
Keep it cold in.
Yeah. So...
Keep your meat cold.
I might be Shorty passed me his grenade, and because he had his G28 and he was he couldn't run in with the fucking G28. So he's way back. So I run up with my fucking maybe AA-12 and this fucking grenade, and I've got the grenade in one hand, and I run through the meat flaps and I throw the grenade, and it hits the meat flap and then just rolls up the meat flap over my head and lands immediately behind me. And I'm like, shit! I've got that on video, it's funny as fuck. You see the video, yeah! And you just see the grenade just disappear. And then bang, and I'm like, oh, that was stupid.
Oh,
and everybody's laughing at me like, oh, okay.
See, I got, even though it wasn't the site for it, I got a lot of grenade kills up at Elite. And I'm sure, was he called Ben?
Yeah, I know Ben. The guy with the glasses.
Yeah, there was Ben. Ben's at the time was attractive friend. It was a long time ago. I can't remember who he was actually attractive for, but it was
I can't even remember his face.
Ben's friend was the best of a bad bunch for that.
Ben, the guy whose lip Plumber nearly removed.
Yes! Yeah. You know what? Ben came into... I used to work at Game in Bolton, and Ben came in there every now and again, and I'd be like, oh, you're right, Ben? And he'd be like,
who are you?
Oh, yeah. And then, fourth, fifth time, I was like, oh, I used to go to Elite, blah, 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 and then just we got chatting again. Anyway, he lent me his grenade. Yeah, but Elite was just kind of like 3 valleys, was it?
Yeah, it was a weird site.
It wasn't a place to use grenades. It was open as fuck and
windy and
wet. Although some of the best grenade videos I've got are from that site. There's how not to throw a grenade.
Yep.
A guy pulls a pin,
blows up in his hand.
No one tells him how to the grenade works. He goes to like charge it and then put it back, and then as it gets,
He's like underarm throwing it, like wheeling it like a fucking cartoon character.
As it gets to like
crotch height.
6 o'clock, it goes off in his hand. But yeah, no, God, I got so many grenade kills there. I was surprised I didn't lose his grenades because I'm just like throwing it into trees, into rivers, like look at it go. No, God, yeah.
So what was good about Elite as well is they allowed us to make our own grenades.
Oh my fucking God, just wrap it in.
So basically all there is crowscarers, which for the uninitiated are a small pyrotechnic charge. There are usually like 12 of them on a piece of flammable rope, and there's like a 10-minute delay if you set fire to the rope. The first one will go off in 10 minutes, then it'll burn the rope for 10 minutes, and the second one will go off. It's so farmers put them in the middle of a field, so crows fly around, and then they sit next to some crops and like, fucking bang them, mate, some corn, some boom, hey, corn, and they're off like that. Sorry, headphone users. And yeah, so basically, it was one of the guys who ran the site came up with the idea that if you get a cardboard seedling pot, which is like a cardboard plant pot, you put one of these pyros in there, and then you put talcum powder in it.
Yeah.
And then you put gaffer tape over the top with a fuse sticking out. You light it and throw it. You get about 3-second fuse, and boom, and it's so much fun. So we asked where you get these pyros from, and they're like, oh, this website, here, have a look. So me, plumber, chef, we all of us got together and we spent about 200 quid on these fucking crowscarers. But we realised they had ones called Magnums, which were twice the fucking size and they were blue. So we bought those, and they were fucking so loud. And then at that time, my dad had an old knackered caravan that he was gonna. The idea with that is he was gonna put it in the back of the garden and turn it to like a summer house for my sister, but it never happened. It ended up just in the side garden, just down the side of the house. Covered in spiders. So anyway, we dragged this fucking extension lead from the garage, put it into the fucking caravan window where this janky light in there. There were me, plumber, chef, Scott, and Elliot sat in there. We had a baking tray full of BBs, and we had like 6 bags of flour because it was cheaper than talking powder. And then we just had this fucking other baking tray which had like 200 of these fucking pyros in it, and we had like 6 rolls of gaffer tape, and then seedling pots, and we just sat in there late one night with all these beers. I think somebody's shutting some fucking shutters somewhere because that sounds ridiculous.
That's creepy as fuck.
Hey, maybe that shop up the street opens later than I thought. So yeah, we were just sat in there for hours just building these grenades, and then we ordered a pizza to the caravan. Fucking pizza arrived. Elliot turns up, and Elliot used to smoke, so we're fucking doing these pyros, and he's starting up a fucking cigarette. Like, what are you doing? Anyway, fucking hell, man. Imagine if the police came past and just had a look in that caravan window. We're making grenades in a caravan.
Yeah, well, you could do it back then, couldn't you?
Yeah, you could. Like 2004.
Oh, really?
Something like that, yeah.
Just delete them. Fuck.
Maybe 2006, around there.
Shit.
But yeah, nah, so we built a shit ton. We had like 75, 80 of them each.
Each? Shit.
So I had my S6 respirator pouch, just crammed full of them, and I just had it over my shoulder during the day, and a windproof lighter. And there was a part where Elliot had a fucking bag full of them as well, and we got to Hamburger Hill.
Yeah.
It's this like shitty little hill, and it's right by the safe zone, and we had to defend it. And we were like the last guy alive on our team. Everybody else was sat at the safe zone like 50 metres behind us just watching.
Yeah.
And they were like trying to get up the hill over this. They couldn't come around, you had to come over it. And we were just grenade. We threw like 40 grenades in this game. Boom! 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 We took out the entire team without fucking firing a shot. It's over. Best ever.
Oh, fucking hell.
I'm totally losing my voice here. My throat is killing.
Do you remember when they had... you know what? I'm just going to pull the video up. So, a few years ago, this is going back, what was he called? Everyone used to call him Ghost because BBs used to go straight through him.
The Invisible Man.
The Invisible Man, that's it! Yeah, because like, you'd shoot at him, but the BBs would miraculously just fire straight through him.
So we've talked about him in other podcasts where the APS-2 in the neck incident.
Yeah, well, I'm not hit. It's like, mate, you bleed now. we actually need to get you to the hospital. You actually need medical attention. So, the video is called Rather You Than Me, but...
Is it on your channel?
Yeah, if you're gonna, are you gonna edit this or are you gonna put it straight up?
I'm gonna edit it.
Edit it, whack this video on. It's basically a video.
Well, I'll put a link to this video in the description because a lot of this is going to be on like SoundCloud and... Oh, no, I remember that! Remember you showed me that for the first time? Yeah, the fucking RPG you'd made.
Yeah, so what we've basically done is a bit of scaffolding.
Yeah.
Knock one end off, and then pretty much if you were to describe to someone how to load a muzzle loading gun,
yeah,
that, you know, was
stuff BBs down the end,
you know, something explosive at the bottom,
bit of wadding,
BBs, and then just literally jammed it all down and then fired it at someone, and it goes off like a fucking rocket.
Yeah, well, there's videos that they're no longer public on my channel. They're still up there, they're unlisted. Well, we went up to Gamblers with a lot of golf balls,
fucking love Gamblers,
and a load of these fucking pyros, and a scaffolding pipe. So we put it at like a 45-degree angle, dug into the ground, and we'd put the pyro in the bottom with a rock leant up against it, so just a fuse was sticking out, and then we'd jam a golf ball down the barrel,
yeah,
and it fit perfectly on the scaffolding, and we'd light it, and we'd go and fucking stand way out in the thing with like sticks or trying to catch it. Let's go. And they just fucking fly for miles. There's a bit of video where I'm stood there with the fucking contour camera on, and you see this ball just going straight from my face. I'm like, shit! Straight out of the way. Double brutal, man.
Is that one of yours?
No, look.
Bomb ball, 7 years ago, 15 seconds long.
No, I don't think so.
No? That's you getting shot with.
Have you just searched my gas?
No. This is like the shit I've uploaded. But there was one of you getting shot in the ass. Oh, there it is!
Yeah, my gas gets moscow.
2 or 3 up the bomb.
That's on my channel as well.
8 seconds long. Oh my god, look how young you look!
Yeah, man.
Fuck. Oh my god, that's Ben's potentially
attractive friend.
Attractive at the time friend.
So this is good podcasting here, you don't know what we're looking at, but...
There'll be links. So
yeah, that's good memories of grenades and shit. So the last question I had in the interview thing is, well there were 2, but we've kind of talked about favourite. Have we talked about favourite main guns? No, we can't cover it like with the Scar.
Well, that's not my favourite. At the minute, there's not, because my Scar, as much as I love that gun,
chicks pick Scars.
Chicks, and I'm not into chicks, so it's not good for me. It's a phenomenal gun. It's built like a fucking rock. It's just the internals. If they go,
it's game over.
Yeah, just trying to find a hop knob for that thing.
Yeah, cause it's a weird design.
It's like, because you can remove the barrel, so like it's kind of like
you basically push one switch and it all falls out.
Yeah, and it'll all come apart. So if it was a normal hop knob, it would just fall out. So it's like a figure 8 hop knob, and like it grips onto half of the hop, and it kind of like it just does what an old hop does.
Witchcraft.
Trying what?
Witchcraft.
It's witchcraft. Just trying to find a hop knob. I've tried the amount of times I've glued that back together, and it been like the hop does not work, or I've tried to like craft my own out of like rubber, and it does not work. It just at the minute, my favourite gun is my XDM,
cool.
Which is a pretty decent pistol. I've got tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of kills with it. I just don't have a favourite AG, so I need to get a reliable. Like I said, you know what I'm going to get. I just want a reliable, bog standard, no frills, classic looking. And is it the CR15? Is it the one? It looks like Counter Strike as fuck. It's got a suppressor on it, and is it on? Right. So basically, it's just bog standard M4 with a ICS M4 with M4A1 with suppressor. It's not even an A1 because it's got the resonant from. I'm sure it's called like CR15 or something like that. But it's got suppressor on. It's solid stock. It looks Counter Strike. That's what I wanted, Counter Strike, and that's what it looks like. And I don't want to put anything else on it. I don't want to add any like gimmicky stuff. I just want a decent, reliable gun that I can get out of my bag, like the G36.
Yeah.
It's like you don't fuck around with it because you don't need to.
It just works.
It fires like a laser beam.
Volvo of Airsoft.
It's the Volvo. It's like, you know, it's if it was made out of a slightly different plastic, if it wasn't ABS, if it was made out of...
if it wasn't made out of, like, I'm going to say advent calendar chocolate, but that's...
the plastic, it's a decent quality gun, and, you know, there's no scuffs or scratches on it. It's really good build. It's just, I wish it was like nylon fibre build as opposed to...
Yeah. The ICS G36, the G33, they call it. Really fucking good build.
Is it? Yeah, see...
Luke just got one. Really nice.
I'd be tempted to pick one up because my favourite gun is the G36.
What they've done different as well, there's two different versions. There's a standard looking one, like G36C.
Oh,
then
okay.
they got a bit... Oh, that's charge! That's not it! Yeah, so they've done that, and they've also done one with the SFS stock, which is like a side-folding sniper stock, which is like extended butt pad and cheek rest. I'm not a fan of that.
It's like the SL8 style stock.
No, it's like a Thumbor. It's just like a side-folding sort of weird.
Okay, or just like raisy bits on the...
Yeah.
Okay.
But on the foregrip, on the bit above the barrel, it's got a rail there as well.
Oh,
it's got a rail up 4 rails. And rather than using G36 mags, which don't fit in any pouches known to man, M4 mags.
M4 mags, yeah. See, this is it. I'd want a G36. I don't want the G36 mags. I don't like the look of M4 mags in the G36.
Well,
so that's why
use the it comes with an ICS-T mag, which is like plastic polymer and like not M4
I
mag.
suppose, yeah. If it didn't look like the metal, yeah. If it was like, I think that would probably work for me. I do like a G36 though.
Yeah. Yeah, so last question on the thing. What are your plans for the future?
My plans for the future? I've literally just got into my new role in my new shop. I'm starting to get my weekends back to myself. And yeah, definitely getting back into airsofting. So it's going to start, not next month after probably. So shit to do in my flat, paint it, decorate it, and like, you know, get all
grown-up stuff.
Grown-up stuff. I want a new rifle. I'm not going to sell them because they're not worth selling, because they're the solid guns, the good guns. But I don't like selling shit that I don't think is gonna.
Yeah, this is the thing. I've got fucking guns in that gun locker at my parents that just taking up space, and I'm like, I should sell these because they're just taking up space. But I'm like, I get like 50 quid for it.
Yeah, and then you get hassle when they like call you 2 weeks later, like stop working.
Oh man, it's not like yeah. Well, I said it was shit gun. It's probably not gonna pass MOT, you know.
Yeah.
Just buy it for a bank job and move along.
So that's it. So I'm gonna print the scar up. I'm going to get it all like dusted off, get it looking beautiful.
Yeah.
I've got a decent looking, like I said, my bedroom's enormous. I've got a decent wall that's going to have a gun rack on it.
Sweet.
And I'm going to keep all my guns on there. But I'm going to buy a decent AG and a decent pistol and then run them. And then just have like, instead of being like, because I love collecting guns. Yeah. Instead of using the collectible guns, use the decent, reliable guns, and then just collect the collectible ones, like
pulse rifle,
shit like that. Yeah, not that it ever airsoft pulse rifle, but you know, stuff like the 5.7. That was definitely a
wall hanger.
A wall hanger, not a not a shooter. So that's going to get hung up because I love 5.7s, but just the actual the airsoft version just wasn't.
Bit shit.
Wasn't.
Yeah, I'd love a really nice 5.7.
Yeah.
ICS, if you want to make an incredible 5.7, I'm going to pitch this to you at IWA when I see you guys. Make a 5.7.
Or a blob like Makarov. Not.
They've done a non-blowback.
I know they have. Of course they fucking have. Like my fucking perfect gun. They're like, oh, it's not blowback. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, thanks. Or PVK. No one does a good PVK. Maruzen did.
Yeah.
They did it in plastic, but then you could buy, was it
Zeke or some metal body kit?
Yeah, and it's like
2 times more expensive than the gun, just for the kit.
Fucking yeah! And
didn't Ed buy one? Hasn't he got one?
No, fuck. I want Ev's, I don't know if he's still got it, I want Ev's VP70.
Still got it. He came up recently.
We
hung out in Gloucester,
gun.
of all places.
that for me. I mean, because obviously it's like it was in Aliens. Like Kennedy uses it in Resi 2. Resi 2 remake came out today. I've just been hammering that.
You good?
Oh, so fucking good.
I was watching a video last night about RE 1.5.
Yeah, with what was she called? Elza
Walker.
Yeah.
But it was basically there's Tales from the Internet. I think it's called. The channel's called Wang, WHANG.
Yeah.
It's a guy's surname. And he talks about like weird things like, oh, what happened to this guy on the internet? What happened to that? And it's like a 30-minute video about what happened to the RE 1.5, and it's this crazy story about how there was 3 demos of it, 3 betas released, and he said Capcom like under no circumstances release this to the world, or we will murder you until you're dead.
Yeah.
Standard Capcom NDA sort of stuff. And anyway, so they didn't release it, but one of the beta testers died, and in his estate sale, somebody bought this, what they call the 40% version.
Yeah.
And then they started trying to auction it off to people and sell it off to people, and it ended up going on and on and on for years and years and years, and all this fucking like rivalry and shit on the internet, and then somebody bought it, and then they didn't want to sell it, and then they were it was fucking crazy. But then this team managed to get hold of it and realised that it was at the 40%. But there's a 40% version and the 80% version, which were 2 different versions of the beta from different states in development, obviously.
Yeah.
And they were like, we can't release this to the people who've been waiting 10 years to play this game because it's so unfinished.
Yeah.
So they were like, right, we're going to crowdfund this fucking passion project where we make the fucking game. And they made it. They made RE 1.5.
Oh, right.
But then one guy who was sort of part of it, who'd helped fund it, he were like, took an ISO of the game and started trying to shop it around and trying to make money from it. But they were like, there's no way we can sell this because it's not our intellectual property.
Yeah.
So it, all up in the air, and they were like, fuck it, we're just releasing it now before Capcom pulls the plug. And they just set it out to the world, and now it's out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got to find that and play it. That's something I want to try and stream. That'd be pretty fucking cool.
Well, the guys, the idea for the remake of 2 came from...
That was a crazy boy racer race that just drove past, by the way. You probably can hear that in the it's loud as fuck.
Yeah, the guys who did... it came from 3 guys who did... they did a remake of RE2 in the Unreal Engine. And I think they were like 90% of the way through, and then Capcom were just like, you can't do this. And then they went to work for Capcom, and then RE2 was remade. So again, that's something that I don't know how much truth is in that, but that was kind of like, that is like...
I heard some similar stuff to that.
Yeah, I've heard that from more than like 4 or 5 sources. I'm like, alright, maybe it is true then.
Well, I heard something similar about Half-Life 3. Pardon me. Like, I watched a documentary the other day, like a 2-hour fucking documentary about Half-Life, from like the pre-concepts through to the actual game, to Opposing Force and fucking Blue Shift, Half-Life 2, Episode 1, Episode 2, and all that, and all the different like variations of it, and then like beyond, and there were like passion projects and stuff that came, and they were trying to build it, and then there was this competition, and people were making their own like obscure, weird versions of it. Like someone made a text-based adventure, like a Half-Life 3 text-based adventure.
That would just be Half-Life 3,
yeah. And there was so many different weird things, and it was really cool documentary.
I just think why they just don't do Half-Life 3.
I don't know.
It's not like, you know.
Well, if you look at
like short of money,
they use. I don't know, man. It's probably going to be VR if it comes out, and that. I'm getting at it.
I don't mind that.
No, I don't either. I'm just going to upgrade fucking PC and.
This will run at Vive, so I'll be.
My PC would, but I don't think it'd be up to the fucking max resolution.
Oh my god, can you imagine if like Half-Life 3 was like an 8-bit side scroller? That'd be fucking sick.
Amazing.
Oh.
What I liked about it is they were showing like, they were talking about issues like when they were making the original Half-Life, they were making the engine up as they went along, sort of thing, and they were, because it was like a bastardised version of the Quake engine, and changing bits, and they were like, the AI, we couldn't have AI that talked and moved at the same time. So if you want a tactic, like wait till the AI is speaking and then attack, come back from behind cover and shoot them, because if they're speaking they can't do anything else.
Right.
Because they can't shoot, they can't move, they just stand there and talk, then they can carry on.
Yeah.
And there's lots of little like things like that they were saying, like weird little shit that they couldn't. Yeah.
Oh, no, that's fucking awesome.
We're way off topic.
We are weird, which happens on a podcast
Yeah, definitely.
all the time.
Cool. I mean, this episode now has been going for 1 hour 48 minutes.
Fuck off!
Yeah.
Shit. That never happens.
Totally.
It happens all the time.
So I reckon we should probably call this episode around here before we like go off an hour.
Even longer than it has done. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we can record one in the car tomorrow as well, because I've got all the portable podcasting gear ready to go. So it'll be a short podcast because it's a half an hour drive, so we'll just...
With Bolton.
Yeah, we'll do it on the way back, maybe. Yeah.
Yep. Definitely.
30-minute podcast on the way back, and I'll interrupt the intro, and then we'll end up talking about it. We did one on the way back last time, and we didn't talk about Airsoft until the last 5 minutes. We're like pulling up, and I'm like, shit! Right, thanks for listening to you later, man. And that's the podcast. I haven't edited that one yet, but it's going to be fucking crazy. It's fun.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that wine actually kicked in now.
This Pepsi Max is kicking in, man.
Yeah.
Oh, jiggered. Right, yeah, so we're still live, sort of. We've got nobody watching now.
Yeah.
The stream is terrible.
Doesn't matter. How's that recorded properly though?
Yeah, this is recording. See down here. It's great.
And are you going to be able to pull it off there at a decent quality?
No, it as it uploads is how it'll be.
Oh my fucking god, you're joking.
No, but I've got the audio here.
Oh, why don't you just record it?
What, the screen?
Yeah.
Well, I think if I opened Action to record it, it'd fuck up the stream. I've tried this before and it just completely murdered it. But, you know, we're living there. We'll do it next time.
See what happens. Yeah. We'll do it off mine next time.
Yeah. We'll set it up. Cool.
Sure. Yeah.
That light is so fucking bright.
These are really hard fucking lights.
Well, that's got a fucking diffuser on it as well, so it's... Yeah. So anyway, if you've listened this far and you've enjoyed the show, don't forget to check us out on wherever you get your podcasts. That's Spotify. I know I said Netflix, but it's not on there. You can petition Netflix to have us on there if you want. iTunes.
Amazon probably.
I don't know. Amazon will probably do it eventually. Yeah. All these different places where you can get podcasts. Find it and subscribe. Leave us a 5-star review. Don't forget you can follow us on all of the SOTMEDs social media if you're cool with it. You can see us at BDeepPod, it's all one word, Balls Deep Podcast. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and I almost always nearly say Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube as well, youtube.com/McGaz. If there's a video version of the podcast available, it will be up there. I don't think there'll be a video version of this one because the bitrate is so bad and it's like... But anyway, I mean, there is a version up there because we're live streaming through there now and you're watching it there if you're there, so...
We'll have to do a proper sit-down version with actual internet. And,
yeah. We can try it. I'll try live streaming this setup from my house at some point and see what happens.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Anyway, so this has been Balls Deep. Don't forget, I was going to do the outro then without saying all the outro things. Don't forget, if you want to support the podcast, you can do. You can help us grow. You can help us keep this podcast free because it does cost money to actually host a podcast. So, yeah, throw a little bit of loose change our way over at patreon.com/cbnpc. We're going to try and come up with some perks and stuff. We'll invite our patrons, if you're local, to private events and maybe even get you as guests on the show. When we get stickers and t-shirts and patches made, we'll throw them at you as well.
That would be fucking awesome.
But yeah, with regards to supporters on Patreon, don't feel you are obligated to do so because you're listening to the show. We do this because it's fun.
And we love it.
And we love it. Basically, what I'm going to say is the thing that Nick Mason says on the Weekly Planet podcast. Just donate the amount of money that you wouldn't notice if it fell out of your pocket. You know, like if you just lose a quid. You don't know you lost a quid.
No, everything I pay for everything by card.
I mean, fucking, if I was going to buy 7 fucking carry bags from home, I'm like, I need that 35p back.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can support us and help us keep the podcast free if you really want to. Yeah, that's everything I've got. Have you got any social media you want to plug?
Not really. The Twitter gays, if you're listening to this, just share it and get more Twitter guys, and I'll take my clothes off more often.
Sweet.
No, no need to plug anything.
Cool. Also, thanks to everybody who jumped on the YouTube channel and got us past 2,000 subscribers.
Are we there?
I mean, it doesn't update on there. Like,
I was looking before.
I was looking before, it was like 1999.
Yeah.
But if I look at it on the thing on the phone, it's like 2003.
Well, there you are. Yeah. So, there was a comment before saying you finally got over 2,000. I was like, that's a lie.
No, it's been there because I got the screen grab of it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I grew up to 2003. I'll show you on phone. Anyway, so wherever you're looking, it might say 1999, it might say 2003, depending on where you're looking. But we're there. We're either right on the precipice or we're on that.
We are over 2,000. Bang on 2,000.
Cool.
So
yeah.